It is very important to master initial because it is the starting part of a syllable. Hello guys, I'm Cecilia. In this video, I'm going to introduce initials. We are going to look into some basic concepts, the role of initial in a syllable, classification of initials, and learning method. Initial is the front component of a syllable. This is the initial list. There are 23 of them in the list. However, the last two in letter Y and W are not real initial. We'll find out more in future lessons. So technically speaking, there are only 21 initials. They are bo, po, mo, fo, te, te, ne, le, ge, ke, he, ji, qi, si, zhi, chi, shi, ri, zi, ci, si. Initial will join with final to produce a combined sound. For example, this initial in letter B. When it stands alone, it is pronounced as bo, bo. Initial bo joins with final a, become ba, bo, a, ba. Initial bo joins with final a, become bei, bo, a, bei. It is very important to master initial because it is the starting part of a syllable. Initial is the beginning sound. When we pronounce the initial correctly, then only we are able to pronounce the Chinese character accurately and improve our speech clarity. There are different ways to classify initials. I would like to classify them based on the place of articulation. This is the classification of initials based on the place of articulation. The place of articulation is the location at which two speech organs approach or come together in producing a speech sound. Speech organ or articulator refers to parts of the body that involve in the production of speech sounds. Examples of speech organ are tongue, teeth, lips, and so on. For instance, this initial is classified as labiodental. The speech organs involved to produce the initial sound are upper teeth and lower lip. Initial bo, po, and mo are bilabials. The speech organs involved to produce the initial sound are both lips. Initials are classified according to speech organs involved in the production of certain initial sound. We'll learn all these categories in upcoming lessons. We learn initials through imitation and practice. Set an imitation model, for example, a tutor. We learn from the tutor, follow the way he or she pronounces the initials. We imitate, then practice repeatedly as practice makes perfect. During the learning process, we learn initial one by one. After mastering this one, then only we move to the other. Tips to learn initials are knowing the articulators involved and pronunciation technique. For articulators, we need to know the speech organ involved in the production of certain initial sound. For pronunciation technique, we need to know the articulator movements, understand how the initial sound produced. So we learn to pronounce in a right way to produce a correct sound. We need to avoid some pronunciation mistakes as well. Let's take an example. First, we need to be clear on the articulator, the speech organ involved. For labiodental initial, the articulators are upper teeth and lower lip. Next, find out the pronunciation technique, which is the articulator movement. Labiodental sound is produced by placing the upper teeth on the lower lip. We identify the articulators involved, followed by mastering the articulator movements. These are initial sets that sound alike. Their pronunciations are very close. Catch their contrast with listening first. For example, initial bo and po, they sound alike. After learning bo and po one by one, you can combine and practice these two initials together. During your practice your listening first. Keep on listening to both of them until you can catch the difference clearly. When you are able to catch the difference with your ear, then you can speak it out correctly. Just to make sure you are clear about their difference and able to pronounce with obvious contrast. It may be hard for new learner, as the brain still not familiar with new language sounds, so it's difficult to distinguish them. It is fine, just listen more, then you can get it. Let's start learning the first group initial. See you there, bye!